Hello, everyone. My name is Spencer. I am the Senior Manager of Teaching and Learning at Little Kids Rock. And today, we are going to do a little bit of soundtrack work. And I am going to add some bass to this project. So, I'm in the project. I'm going to add a new track, voices and microphones. And the default is that the computer is it's detecting the duet that I'm using. The duet is an audio interface that I'm using, and it's what I have my bass plugged into. If you don't have an audio interface, that's totally fine. If you have an amplifier, you can just use the built-in microphone on your computer or on your device, whatever it is that you're recording with, and use that. The difference that's going to happen is that you're just going to get, it's going to be the overall quality is going to be a little bit lower if you're using a built-in thing, or if you're using like a built-in microphone. So I'm using the duet here, which means I'm going to get direct audio from it. It's going to be super high quality, and it's going to be a really clean sound because it's actually going directly from the instrument into the computer, so any other noises that are happening in the room aren't even going to be picked up by it. So I'm going to come up with some bass. And since this is like a pretty straight ahead pop song, I'm thinking of a pretty simple bass part. I might, with just playing mostly root notes, I might add a little bit of color here and there. We'll see what I want to do about that. All right, so I just messed up. Your recording is too fab to fit. Please try a lower sound quality or close other applications to free up power. I am just doing too good of a job. So here's what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mute some of these other parts that are going on, so that way I can stay, because right now the program is processing a lot, and this is true whether you're using, kind of regardless of what you're using. If you're processing a lot, it might create some latency, and it might slow things down a little bit. So I'm actually going to mute everything that I don't need. So the only thing I really want is I'm going to keep the Rhodes in there, which is a piano part basically. I'm going to take out the piano because that was the rhythms we decided changed a little bit since then. And yeah, you can hear that the bass isn't coming in on time. So I'm gonna try this one more time with a few things removed, and just muting all of the stuff that I don't need. So right now, the only thing that I'm hearing is drums and the Rhodes. I could have soloed those, but I muted everything else instead. Whoops. So I was getting a couple ideas for the chorus where I can go and kind of play with that a little bit and give it. I'm adding some of the fifth in there. And so I think I'm going to make a bass line that moves a little bit more in the chorus to give it a little bit more movement. Add a little bit more movement there. Let me try that. Yeah, let's start right there. All right, so I think that should do it for the bass. If I decide that I didn't like something, I can go back and record it really easily. Or since there's only like 3 different sections of music, I might be able to just copy and paste parts that I like and swap out parts that I don't like. But the bass is definitely something that you want to add, whether it's in a synthesized bass, or whether it's an electric bass, or whether it's an acoustic bass, just to fill out the sound a little bit. It's going to give a lot of richness to everything and sort of provide a good bottom for everything to sort of sit on top of. And if you are looking for like a thinner texture in parts of your song, maybe you don't want bass. But it's definitely a thing to keep in mind. It's one of those things that's like maybe like salt, where you don't think it's there, but then when you take it away, you're like, oh, something's missing. Why is this so? I don't know. So that is us recording the bass. Next time, gonna try hitting up some vocals and see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining us today.